Hello all, welcome to an overview session of Mechatronics Lab in 5th semester Mechanical Engineering course. Let me tell you the course objectives of this lab. To gain basic knowledge of digital logic circuit and simulating the same in any digital circuit simulator. The second objective is to familiarize PLC programming and simulation using any PLC simulation software. So you are going to learn about the digital circuits and you are going to learn about the PLC programming. So here let us see the course outcomes. At the end of this lab, we will be able to verify digital circuit, we will be able to simulate the digital circuit, we will be able to draw a ladder diagram for the given problem, we will be able to simulate ladder diagram using any PLC simulation software and interface the same in the trainer kit. So here it shows the syllabus of this lab. So it has part A and part B. So in the part A, you are going to see about digital circuits. So in the digital circuits, we are going to discuss about of these problems of these digital circuits. So first one is basic logic gate, De Morgan's theorem, combination logic, encoders and decoders, flip-flops. We are going to draw the digital circuits for these things, and then we are going to simulate by using any circuit simulator software. And then part B is from PLC programming. So here in the part B, so you are going to construct a ladder diagram for these problems, and then you are going to simulate the ladder diagram in the simulation software. The first problem is of something like this: draw the ladder rungs to represent AND logic or logic, and then second is timing circuit, and third is timing circuit for automatic switch on and off, and then fourth we will discuss is controlling a motor and a pump using PLC, and then fifth is domestic washing machine, and the last is design and simulate a ladder diagram for car parking. So this is how the scheme of evaluation looks at the end semester lab. So you will have three sections. In the section 1, which is asked for, which will be given for 15 marks. So in that, for writing 5 marks and for execution 10 marks. In the second, which is from part B, that is from the PLC, which is for 25 marks. In that, for writing 10 marks and for execution 15 marks. And the third section is for Viva, which is for 10 marks. So before getting into the actual sessions of the lab, let us see in brief what is a mechatronics means. Anyway, you are going to see in detail in the theory. So mechatronics, as you can see here, the word mechatronics comes from mechanisms, and tronics comes from electronics. So it means it is a combination of mechanical engineering and electronics engineering. So in the present scenario, but this word has been wider meaning. So that is mechatronics is the synergistic combination of mechanical engineering, electronics engineering and software engineering. That is, so the mechatronics is the collaborative approach or the concurrent approach in the integration of mechanical engineering with electronic engineering with the intelligent control of software engineering, so which leads or which results in the greater flexibility, easier redesign, reprogramming, and then ability of data collection and reporting. So why mechatronics? You can see here, so which is a mechanical watch which has plenty of parts and then plenty of mechanisms, so which was used in the earlier days. This watch, manufacturing of this watch is quite tough or tedious, and then cost of this watch is higher, costlier, more, and then here, so this watch has lesser accuracy than the today's watches. So here you can see the quartz watch, which has electromechanical systems, which is battery operated, and then compactness of watch has been, you can see the compactness of the watch, and then the accuracy of this watch is better or has been increased compared to this mechanical watch. And then here the cost of this watch has been also reduced. So and then you can see the third generation watches, that is nowadays what we are using, some of them are using by this time, that is smartwatch, which just not only shows the time, it has the internet connectivity, Bluetooth connectivity, GPS connectivity, and then also has activity tracker. So this is the advance of manufacturing system by using the mechatronics in the manufacturing system. So here you can see the a typical mechatronic system, how it looks. A typical mechatronic systems will have a controller system, digital to analog converter, analog actuator or a digital actuator, a mechanical systems, digital sensors or analog sensors, analog to digital converter. So which the mechanical system, mechatronic system has. So here in the working, so microprocessor will receive the set of instructions, that is a program. This program will be, this controller send a instruction to the mechanical system with this digital to analog converter, and then mechanical system will work according to the set of instructions received by the control system. So and then the output of the mechanical system will be monitored with the help of digital sensors or the analog sensors, and then will be given to the microprocessor control system. So this is how a mechatronic system will works. We will see some of the applications of mechatronic systems. So first is the computer numerical controls, that is CNC machines. So where a computer has been employed for the controlling of the movement of the tool and the work table or the changing of the tool. So everything will be controlled automatically here. And then tool monitoring systems. Here you are going to monitor the life of the tool or the damage of the tool by using by using automatically. So the next is advanced manufacturing systems. So advanced manufacturing systems may be of ASRS system, that is automatic storage or retrieval systems, or FMS systems. So where automation has been incorporated with the help of this mechatronics. Industrial robots, so which is used for pick and place mechanisms, or some other applications, industrial applications where the automation has been employed. Automatic inspection systems, that is machine vision systems, is the one of the example for automatic inspection systems. And then automatic packaging systems, where the packaging will be done automatically, so which will be employed majorly in the consumer industries, maybe food packaging industries or something like that. So here you can see the application of mechatronics by the clear pictorial representation. So conventional milling machine has been replaced with the CNC machine tool. Here you can see the movement of the work table, spindle, and then changing of the tool. Everything will be controlled with the operator. Whereas in this case, the changing of the tool, movement of the work table, movement of the spindle, everything, closing of door, everything will be controlled with the microprocessor based control systems. And then the next application you can see here, so that is an AGV, that is a automated guided vehicle, and then automated, this is something a flexible manufacturing system setup. So which is, these two are controlled with the help of central computer with the help of programs. So for the better understanding, let me show you a video, so we will get a better understanding of the application of mechatronics. So that video shows the usage of AS/RS systems and automated guided vehicle, so which is the application of mechatronics, which is the future. That is the industry 4. Thank you. Thank you for the patience listening.
Hi, welcome to all. Myself, Charan Kumar E, working as a lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department, Government Polytechnic, Valenashipura. Today, before we are going to performing experiments and digital circuits, that is part A experiments in mechatronics lab, we have to see what is digital circuits and how to simulate them using any digital circuit simulator which are available both offline as well as online. This class will see overview on design and simulation of digital circuits. This goes like this: course objectives and outcomes, introduction to digital circuits and simulation softwares. In this, I am giving a demo on simulation software usage, which is using here both offline as well as online. First, we will see what is the objective to learn these experiments on digital circuit. The objective is to gain basic knowledge of digital logic circuits and simulating the same. After learning these experiments, the students are able to verify truth table for digital circuits, and also they are able to simulate the digital circuits. Next, we will see what is digital circuit. The digital circuit is a circuit where the signal must be one of two discrete levels. The two discrete levels are interpreted as either 0 or 1, true or false, low or high, or on or off. These digital circuits use transistors to create logic gates in order to perform Boolean logic. Means the digital circuits are built by using logic gates. The figure showing on the screen depicts the idea of digital circuits. The logic gates, truth tables and integrated chips, which are all used in digital circuits to build digital circuit. Next, we will see what is digital logic gate. The digital logic gate is an electronic circuit which makes logical decisions based on the combination of digital signals present on its inputs. The digital signals may be 0 or 1 or low or high. The 0 or 1 are the binary numbers. The digital logic gates receives one or more inputs and it will give only one output of digital type. The inputs are also of digital signals only, that are in the binary form, that is 0 or 1. This figure showing the integrated chip of logic gate what we are using in really. Next, we will see why the digital logic is needed. Today we will see many of the electronic devices are based on the digital circuits only. Means those are operating with the digital signals only. That's why the digital logic is very essential nowadays. Now we will see what are the functions of digital logic. First one is comparison, to compare the signal level, whether it is low or high, whether it is equal or not, whether it is greater than or less than. Next, for arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, and also used for the logic operations like and, or, not, etc. Next, for using for the decoding. Decoding here it is a converting a signal from information to decimal form, that is from binary to decimal form. Next, for encoding, it is a reverse of decoding. Here we are converting a decimal into some coded form, that is binary. Next, we will use for counting purpose, that is to count the events representing the pulses. Next, to store the digital data, that is in the binary form. Next, for to transfer the data from one part of the circuit to the another. Next, for multiplexing and demultiplexing operations. For all these purposes, the digital logic is needed nowadays very essentially. Next, we will see the what are the simulation softwares available and how to use them. Many simulation softwares available free source, both as well as offline as well as online. Here for the demonstration purpose and to perform the experiment, we are taking each one. First we'll see what is the offline simulation software we are using here. The offline simulation software we are using here, it is 2.7.1 Logisim. Next, online simulation software also same, Logisim 2.7.1. Along with this, one more online simulation software we are using is CircuitVerse. Next, we will see offline simulation software Logisim 2.7.1, which is using here. This Logisim 2.7.1, it is a free open source software which is available in the internet. It is an open source education tool for designing and simulating digital logic circuits. It runs on any machine which supports Java 5 or later versions, and the size of the software also very less. This can be downloaded and installed using the link provided below, that is www.cburch.com/Logisim or in this link. Next we will see offline simulation software. The Logisim 2.7.1 is also available in online also. We can directly simulate without installing here. That can be getting from this link, the rollup.com/Logisim. Next, one more online simulator is CircuitVerse. This is developed by students at IIIT Bangalore. This can be designed and simulated using a graphical user interface. This can be getting from the following link, circuitverse.org/simulator. Next we will see how to use simulation software. These I will show one by one. First I will show Logisim 2.7.1 offline, which is installed in our PC. First, open the Logisim 2.7.1 software which is installed in our PC by double click. This is the default window opening when you launch the Logisim software. This window is divided as a 4 parts. This part is a canvas where actually we are working, and this is a menu bar, this is a toolbar, and one more window here it is coming, it is attributes window. Next we will see what are the tools available in toolbar. That is, first one, the and symbol is poke tool, which is used to change the states of the input while simulating. Next one is arrow mark. This is used for selection. Next, to add any text in the window, we are using a text A, which is available both in base also. These all tools available in base also. And next, two green color buttons are visible. These two green symbols are very essential for build a circuit. The first one is square, one is used for input button, and circular one is used for output button, and these are the gates available in this tree also. Next I will demo how to build a circuit and how to simulate one simple circuit. First I will take an example of OR gate. First, insert a OR gate from the gates folder. To insert that, we have to do just click on the OR gate and drag on to the canvas window. By default, the gate will come with a 5 inputs. This can be changed by editing in the attributes table on number of inputs based on our requirement. We are required 2 for our experiments. Now I will change to 2 now. Now this size also we can change in attribute by going to gate size. Here 3 different sizes are available: narrow, medium, wide. We have to wide. Now it is bigger than the earlier. After adding this, we have to add input buttons. The input buttons, to add input button, just click on the square green color pin and place it wherever you require. Next we have to add output pin. just by clicking on that and place it on the screen. Next we have to write to inputs to gate and gate to output. After wiring is completed, we have to label it. For labeling, we have to use a text tool. Just click where you have to labeling. Type the text. You have to then edit to increase the size. Board 20. Okay. Next, the same way you can label all the parts, or we can copy and paste by selecting the already it is there and paste. After pasting, you have to edit the text. Once after completing the labeling, next we have to simulate. For simulating, just click on the poke tool, then change the state. By default, it is 0, 0 in the input and the output also 0. Next, by changing the inputs 1, 0, then output also changing. Next 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, next 0, 0, 0. Like this, you have to test for all combination of inputs and verify the truth tables. Then we have to save this one by clicking on file, save, and we have to save on the path wherever you required, that is our gate 1. Save. After saving, this is a how to build and simulate. And one more option it is available in this software, it is under project menu, go to analyze circuit. Here we can see the truth table also. What are the inputs to this gate, what is the boolean expression, and what is the truth table for this one. We can see everything for any gate record. In the same way, we can build and simulate the any digital circuits on this window. Okay, next we will see the how to simulate by using online simulator. For that, first I will show how to simulate using Logisim online simulator. For that, I will go to browser. In that, I will type the link rollup.com/app Logisim. After clicking this one, you will getting this one. Here launch online it will come. Click on this one. Under this, you launch Logisim with limited capabilities. You click on here, it will launch. Click on open window. Next, it will launch a window, default window, as you seen in the desktop app also. Here also will do same way. Just insert a gate from the gate folder by clicking on this one and place it here on canvas. Change the number of inputs to 0 2, then change the size to wide, then next add the input buttons, next add the output button by clicking on that, then wiring them, next you have to simulate. See, same here also we can add text before simulating. It is A, change the text style, board and text size. Okay, go to select here and place wherever you require precisely. Next select, Ctrl C, paste it same and edit. Target, then simulate by clicking on poke tool. Then file, save. It will ask where to save. You can select the path and save the project. Then like this, here also we can simulate. Next you'll see one more simulator, online simulator, that is Circuitverse. To launch the Circuitverse, go to web browser, type circuitverse.org. After typing this one, enter. The screen will be open. Here launch simulator will be there. Click on this, it will launch the simulator screen. Here also this window is very simple. This is the working window. These are the menu bar available. Under this you can get whatever you want tools, and here gates is there. Under the gate, different gates are available. We can drag and drop which one is needed, and then input is there. Here different type of input is there. That is button, grounding, power, constant value, it is there. Can choose any one you want. I will take this input one and I will place it here. Next, for output, different outputs are available. Output, RGB LED and digital LED and different variable LED available. I will take digital LED as a output component here. Just I will place it. Next, I will wire. Same way we can drag and connect. After completing the connections, we can add the text also here under miscellaneous text. Place it here. A. The same way you can make a labeling. B. B. Target. After labeling, we have to simulate. Just for simulation, just click on change the state. See here. Earlier 0 0 is there because of this large OR gate. Both if both 0, then output is 0. You'll see if 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 0. Like this, we can simulate online. After completing this one, we can save under project, save online, save offline. Both options are also there. And save offline. Before saving, you have to enter project name OR gate. Okay. Next, you'll say offline. See, after saving, it is showing local storage. It is showing by default. It is showing in the local storage, and the online also we can save, and you can download image also. This can be downloaded as a image also. Like this, we can use these simulation software both online as well as offline. Thank you.